October here. Temperatures upper 80s. Record high low temperatures are being set all over the place. It's muggy. With all that, there's some change coming in the short term, much more in the long term. Oh my goodness, we are going to turn this on a dime here. This afternoon we had a lot of sunshine around. Tonight, got a couple of isolated showers all to our north and west, so no worries there. So the next 3 days, it's summer's swan song. This time we may actually mean it. Michael has formed in the Caribbean. Michael's going to be a lot of trouble for the Gulf Coast. It may also be our catalyst to the cold, which when you start thinking about tropics, a little unusual. If you want to learn a little more about that, check out the blog over at lax18.com. Wrote about 1,000 words tonight. Part of that had to do with tropical systems and initiating transitions in weather patterns in the fall. All righty. Weather pattern right now is about as summery as you can imagine, even though it's the first week in October. You're in the low and mid 70s. That's 74 in Lexington's warmer than the normal high. London 70, Somerset, Williamsburg are all at 70, Moorhead's at 75. 74 at the Bluegrass Airport. We did not have a record high today. 89 came a couple degrees short, but that low temperature this morning of 70, that was a record high low temperature. In fact, that's the fourth one that we have either tied or broken here in the first 7 days of October. And it looks like tomorrow's will fall as well, and probably Tuesday. And it's still really muggy out there. That is a corridor of torrential rain. It is also on the boundary between our incredible heat and winter. I mean, and it's coming on in a hurry, the cold that we've been seeing up there to our northwest. Severe weather, but again, the big rains is the big story out there. That big high pressure we've talked about all week, it's not going anywhere. That's cold high pressure, that's cold high pressure. The boundary between the two, where the jet stream is, that's where all the heavy rain continues to fall. Down at the very bottom of the screen, you're going to watch Michael come into play. Now you notice our big high is beginning to retreat out into the Atlantic. That's going to allow a corridor for Michael to work its way northward, and it's also going to allow the cold air to begin pressing in our direction. Watch it here. There's your surge of warmth tomorrow that runs all the way up into Michigan. Meanwhile, the cold is pushing. You notice there's no transition zone in the middle. It's either really warm or really cold. And the cold, the chill, does make its way here for the end of the week. So let's talk about Michael. And Michael is developing pretty rapidly. Just off the Yucatan Peninsula there of Mexico, it's about 100 miles from Cozumel. It has increased in strength since we talked at 6 o'clock. It's going to go between Havana and the Yucatan there. So this is the European forecast model. What I wanted to show you here, you're going to see more colors in the middle, more circles. That means the pressure is dropping. That means the storm is strengthening. By the time we get you to Thursday, that is showing up as what may be a major hurricane right off the coast of Florida. The Hurricane Center brings it in Wednesday afternoon or evening as a Category 2. On the European model here, that pressure pattern would indicate that that might be a 3. So this is going to be awfully close. Depends on how much time it spends in the Gulf. Faster solution, lesser storm. If it slows down a little bit, we could be looking at a significant system coming in. Partly cloudy, patchy fog tonight down to 70. 87 tomorrow. Partly sunny, hot and humid, just a small thunderstorm chance. And the rest of your forecast, mid-80s Tuesday, low 80s Wednesday as the transition begins. Oh, by the way, it gets really chilly next weekend. And more LAX 18 News after this.